Alright guys, thanks again for tuning in. This is DJ Clan Smasher, and this is a very exciting episode. Elite Gaming versus Yolo Viper for the semifinals. We squeezed right through for the last push on versus Emphatic Elite. We beat them by percentage, guys, and we are here versus Yolo Viper going for the semifinals. The score was very close, 110 to 110. As you can see, it was down to percentage, guys. 11v11, we each got 5 11v11s. They did beat us on the 10v10s, but what happened was they couldn't clear one of the 9s or else they would have had us. So anyways, guys, that's what it's looking like here. They got 52% on the 9v9s. We got 76%, so that gave us a lot of scouts. But anyways, we're going to be playing against one Hive or King Jeffrey, depending on who wins that match for the finals. So let's go ahead and get started. Very close war. It definitely came down to the very end, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some Town Hall 9 hits while I'm talking about the war itself. So I'll put those in the background. So this was by Darksiders using a witch slap, a witch type of attack, but it's not going to be with any healers, so it's pretty interesting seeing this different kind of a witch attack. So anyways, guys, this war was super close, like I was saying. It definitely came down to the end. Both teams started off pretty strong with Town Hall 11 hits, so a few Town Hall 10 hits, guys. As far as Town Hall 11s, they did take care of 5 over Town Hall 11s pretty early on in the game. But luckily we were able to respond back and take care of 5 of their Town Hall 11s, and we almost restarted another Town Hall 11. Unfortunately, it was 99%. We were close to getting it down, but not quite there. But we did even out as far as the 11s go, and then we did pretty good on the 10s. They did beat us there, but what really helped us out, guys, was the fact that they couldn't clear one of the 9s, because that pretty much put us at an advantage, because that's one less 10 that we would have to take care of, and that was definitely the case, because they did 3-star one extra 10, so that's where they had us, but we did clear all the 9s. So anyways, guys, this was by Darksiders. Great work with this witch slap attack. Very powerful, and pretty much 3-star this base pretty quickly. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 32, guys. And this is Lord of Japan taking care of Princess Leanne here. And this is going to be a Queen Walk, starting the baby dragon over there at the top section just to create a funnel, guys, making sure that the Queen Walk's the right pathway. But yeah, guys, like I was saying, it was real close. 9v9s were killing it. As far as both sides, they just couldn't clear that one base. That's pretty much what was going on there. Let me go ahead and pull up the stats real quick again, just so that we can go through that one more time. But let's see. But as far as the CCL goes, guys, it was a very fun and exciting tournament. It was definitely a crazy turn of events. Because we were the underdogs. They did go 7-0, so they beat 7 teams, all 7 teams, guys, undefeated, and it was just the craziest war. All odds were against us, but the good thing is that we were able to come back, pull the same amount of percentage as far as 11v11s go. The 10v10s, we killed it. We were struggling a bit before that, but luckily our team was able to pull through and take care of 9 of their 10v10s. We cleared the 9v9s with 16 out of 22, so that was 76%, which allowed us at least about 9 more scouts, so that really helped out, or at least more than that, actually. We did scout a few 11s with the 9s. So anyways, guys, they did get 10 10v10s. They also got the 5 11v11s, and those were just all crazy, guys. And the cool thing is that because of this war and the previous wars, so before I was still on top of the leaderboards as far as the CCL goes, but when it came down to these last few wars, so when it came down to Cold September, that was my first 6-pack in a long while, and then after that, we were going to move on. We moved on to Emphatic Elite, and with Emphatic Elite, guys, it was a close war. We actually tied, and the percentage was very close. We barely won by percentage, guys. So that's what allowed us to be able to get to the playoffs, and we actually beat Yolo Viper, and it was just a crazy war, like I said, guys. Just a lot of enthusiasm. Everybody was moist. There was a lot of planning, sketching, scouting. So it was definitely a great experience. And we've had experiences with Clash Cup in general, so we've done a very great job there. But it's nice to try this league and coming in as underdogs and actually beating Yolo Viper. So anyways, guys, this one's going to be by beatdown, and he's been killing it lately. Got a 6-pack for this war. I'll be showing you both of his hits here in a bit. And yeah, on our 11s, guys, have been killing it a lot recently too. I think it was like in the Cold September War where we got a good amount of 11v11s, and then after that we moved on to Emphatic Elite, and then we got, I think it was 5 11v11s, guys. And then in this war too, we actually did a great job. So seeing a lot of improvement with our 11v11 skills, and I definitely give credit to this kind of tournament play, because before that we didn't really get an opportunity to hit 11s as much, you know, since we're not involved like an NDL or anything like that. So this was pretty much our NDL practice, which enabled us to be able to hit bases at an 11v11 level without having to worry to dip. So it's always nice to get that extra practice in. So anyways, that was beatdown, guys, with a hog attack, so killing it there. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 23. This one's going to be by Bill Gates. And he's actually doing, so it's Cruz, who's actually doing a minor attack. He's very good with the minor attacks. Can usually figure out which base he can take down with a minor hit. Usually gets at least 1 or 2 bases per war. So he's very good with those minors, guys. Even though there was a slight decrease, pretty much like a disadvantage, because of the whole army camp space. They increased the camp space to 6 instead of 5. So even though he has to take less minors, he still does a great job with this kind of attack. The minors are still strong, so it doesn't mean that you can't be using these on the 10v10 level basis. So those big bombs, guys, they did pop up there, so that was very close. The good thing is that he did place a nice heal spell to be able to take care of the troops and keep everything alive, so that was good there. The queen's about to go down up top, but still ends up staying alive for a bit longer, so just in time for the miners to be able to pretty much cover for the queen to stay alive, and then the miners working their way through to get the last cannon over here, which was super close. Where are the rest of the troops? Oh, there they are. They went for a builder hut, I believe, in the bottom section. Then they moved up and took care of the last cannon. So great job by Bill Gates there. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next hit over here. This one is going to be by 21. Godsend. I almost skipped that one, actually. Can't believe I didn't write that. So this one's going to be by Vlad. And he's a new guy who joined us recently from a different crew. So that's always awesome. Since we're still recruiting a few people, we're mainly looking for 10s with league experience. We're not taking any new people for the most part, since we are starting to get full. But if there's any league experience that you have and you're definitely interested in joining, check out the information below, guys. The Discord information is going to be in the description below. And go ahead and apply, let them know, and we can always assess and see if we can give you a tryout or something, and then go from there. But anyways, as you can see, Godsend is doing this hit, guys, with a nice queen walk and a slight queen charge. So waiting for these troops to come out, sends in a few wall breakers, breaks in. The queen's about to take care of the enemy queen. Then after that is going to start the hog attack portion here in a bit. Still has the queen ability, which helps out. The queen got stuck with the Inferno for a bit. She was able to run out in time before she got hit. And then it's going to start the hog attack over here with a few giants just taking some hits. Sends in the hog riders, and then after that just kind of follows them with the heal spells. So as you can see, one heal spell there is waiting very patiently for that poison spell to be able to take care of the skeletons and slow down the enemy king, which helps out a lot. And then after that, these troops are moving their way towards the bottom portion of the base, take care of the cannon, guys. And then after that, it's just clean up. The queen is still standing. The king's about to go defeat the queen, but it's not going to be an issue because all the troops are taking care of the cleanup, and it's going to be game from there, even though the king didn't die. So good stuff there by Vlad, showing the 10v10 skills that he's got. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 20. And this one, like I said, guys, Beatdown did get a 6-pack. He's using those hogs like a madman. Is very good with the bow witch attack as well. So great variety. Used to be a 10v11 player, but now did the switch. And we're all glad he did, because he's definitely showing us those skills that he has with the 10v10s. Even though it's a little bit easier than the previous meta, it's still difficult to get these triples. So it's always nice to see these kinds of 10v10 triples. So anyways, as you can see, the queen walk is started. Use the baby dragon to make sure the queen walks up. so that he can go ahead and take care of the enemy queen. He's wanting to break in here in this section, which worked out very well. And then the king was able to take care of some of the structures up top to make sure that the queen actually goes inside and she doesn't go all the way around and starts walking, because that's her favorite thing to do. And then once this lava hound pops out, the queen is about to go down, sends in the hog riders, and the healers are going to actually keep healing the hog riders, which is very nice, because then that's just something extra where you don't have to worry too much about the heal spells, because the healers are kind of following your hog riders. And then after that, guys, has a poison spell. Use the poison spell up top to be able to get rid of some of the skellies, but there's still a few skellies chasing the hog riders. The good thing is that the hog riders take care of all the defenses. They go start chasing the king, and they get rid of all the little skelly traps, and then they go from there. So great job by Beatdown getting this awesome 3-star with the hog attack once again, and didn't have to take care of the enemy CC since it was a lava hound, and a lava hound doesn't do much against your hog riders. So now let's go ahead and move on to number 19, and this was going to be by John here, and this is going to be a bow witch attack, guys. So as you can see, there's a skelly trap sending in the boulder just to create a funnel, getting rid of these two buildings, kind of a trash buildings, and then most likely we'll be able to get at least some points off of this cannon with the boulder bounce, and then starts the witch slap portion up top at 3 o'clock. The queen walk is started from 12 going down to 9, sends in the rest of the giants and then the bowlers, and then kind of waits a little bit on the king just to make sure that the king doesn't get sniped by the Inferno Tower. Sends in a few wall breakers, guys, which is awesome because usually you don't see that very often. It's usually just 2 jumps and that's it. But he did see a good value as far as sending in the wall breakers to break in, and then getting a better value with his jump spells by going deeper in the base. So as you can see, guys, real nice rage spells. Taking care of this core section, that long compartment really helped out with the jump spells, because then these bowlers were just able to walk right through. There wasn't any issues with big bombs, and that allowed for this triple to become a reality here, guys. So now let's go ahead and fast forward that portion. And as you can see, these bowlers just massacred this base. They started dying off here a little bit, but the good thing is that the queen is still standing. The queen has to deal with the lava hound, but there's only 1 archer left, and that 1 archer isn't going to kill the enemy queen. So that's the good thing. The queen's going to move in, snipe the archer tower, and get the 3-star. So great job by John there, taking care of their number 19. So let's go ahead and move on to the next 10v10, guys. This one's going to be by Jaymore, and this attack is going to be a hog attack. So let's go ahead and 2-time this. So the queen is started with a queen walk, sends in a baby dragon just to get rid of some of these storages and structures. Has to send in an early rage spell to keep the queen alive, because was dealing with a bunch of single point defenses. And then after that sends in the king to start taking care of the town hall. A few wall breakers to break in, which was very nice. A rage spell to keep the queen alive, and then after I had to use the queen ability because there was no way the queen was going to survive that, and then use the poison spell for the enemy CC. The good thing is that the enemy CC did go for the queen and didn't start chasing the king, which have been issues before. So then sends in the hog riders, guys, and then real nice pathing with these hog riders, because they're going in a very good funnel. There was a great funnel that was set up for them, and the queen is taking care of that expo, which is nice, because most likely there would have been some big bombs there. So she pretty much helped the hog riders avoid that area. They almost all died there because there was a bunch of big bombs right next to that inferno. But it's not going to be too much of an issue because the enemy queen, his queen is still standing, the king is still standing, and the cleanup is still strong, guys. No hog riders left, but a few minions to get to the base. The queen's still working her way through and being able to snipe that dark storage. So great job by Jaymore there. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one, guys. So this one is actually going to be by Matos. And for this one right here, guys, so Swiggle is going to be showing us some hog attack action as well. So sending in the queen over here, and then sending in a bowler, which is going to help take care of this mortar. That's very nice, taking care of that bowler bounce advantage. Once that bowler takes care of that mortar, it enables the queen to walk the right pathway. The king is sent over here at the bottom section just to get her some of these troops. Army camp and all that stuff, making sure that the queen actually goes into the core section to be able to take care of the king and then the queen and CC, of course. So the clan castle does come out. As you can see, the expos are pretty far away. So the whole point of this is to try to take care of this CC pretty early on without having to deal with too many single point defenses and expo. So now that the lava hound is pulled over here to this corner with only dealing with the archer tower, sends in a wizard, which is going to help out with taking care of this lava hound. Then after that, the queen's going to be able to move in, take care of that archer tower soon. I believe she's going to take care of the archer tower at least. So goes to the cannon, sends in a poison for the enemy queen, and is going to use the queen ability to be able to take care of the enemy queen. Once the enemy queen goes down, starts the hog attack portion, guys. Unfortunately, the queen did not survive that whole section, so that was unfortunate there, but it wasn't too much of an issue because there was so many hog riders left to be able to overcome this base. And so there we go, guys. A few hog riders did split, almost took care of that Tesla, which is very weak at this point, but did have a nice heal spell at the very end to be able to take care of the rest of this base. And I'm just realizing that I didn't put it on Do Not Disturb for the phone. That way I won't get those messages and stuff. But thanks again for that information, for giving me that information, and that way I can do that for the next video. So let's go ahead and move on for the next 10v10, guys. So that was against AJ the Great. So what else do we have left? So this one's gonna be by Chris, so versus Jay, and this one's gonna be a bow witch attack, guys. So this bow witch attack is a TT style. So sending in a bowler just to get rid of these two buildings, just to kind of create a nice funnel without having to worry too much of the funneling purposes at the very beginning. So once that portion is done, the queen is going to be able to just go down, take care of this wizard tower, and work her way up. That way it's way easier for her. So as you can see, has a few giants to be able to take some hits. Did bring in a golem. Golem got taken care of pretty early on because of the single inferno. So maybe giants might have been better. But I mean, you can't really argue with that because he did get the 3-star here, guys. So as you can see, the rage spell is able to take care of help these boulders get through the base a little bit earlier. These boulders and the portion in the middle were able to go get that expo, which is very important, guys, because when it comes to the expo, that's what usually kills the queen walk. So that's why if you don't take care of that expo, it could have been a huge issue, guys. So check this out. It gets super close at the very end. Then luckily the boulders died over here with this big bomb, and then the queen has to deal with that lava pup. Another big bomb, guys, and then she has to go for the builder hut, and then watch this, has to bang on that wall, and it's gonna take care of this wizard tower. But look at the wizard tower percentage on health points, and look at the queen. So shoots each other, guys, and then the queen was about to go down, but the queen is able to take care of the wizard tower before the wizard tower takes care of her. So great job there by Chris, and that was the very last 10v10, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to the 11v11s. So this one's gonna be by Skip, dealing against the Prophet here. So this is going to be an interesting attack, guys, because there is a golem involved. I don't use golems too often, but he wanted to attack this base the way he did, so he did take care of business. And he actually, Skip, did a great job in the CCL as well, guys. Didn't start at the very beginning with us, I don't think. So it was towards the middle, but he did get a 50% as far as his percentage against 11s. So that really helped us out, having him in the team. And then with mine as well, I did have 50%. I went 8 for 16, and I believe he went 6 or 5 for 10. I can't remember, but he did go 50% for sure. And you can also check out the stats in War Match if you want to check them out. And as you can see, guys, the queen did stay alive. So at first we thought it might have been an issue. So it's gonna start this lava loon portion, guys, and then sends in the loons and sends in the Grand Warden. And we're going to go ahead and 2-time that. So sends in a few haste spells, guys. A real nice rage spell. And it's going to be patient with the Grand Warden ability. Sends it in right there. And then a few haste spells, heal spells. The queen did go down right away because the queen didn't have too much health. So that really helped out for sure. The good thing is that at this point, guys, there's no more splash damage. So not to worry here, unless there was a bunch of random red bombs that would have taken care of those loons. But the good thing is that that was not the case. The minions over here on the top portion are doing some great cleanup. So very great job by Skip getting this awesome 3-star. I believe this was a fresh hit as well, so I'll go ahead and double check that. But I'm pretty sure he did fresh this hit, unless he did get a scout. Let me go ahead and check. But he did get that 3-star, so great job by Skip. And let's go ahead and take a look. So as far as fresh, no, there was not a fresh, so that was a scouted base. The Captain Crunch one, that was a fresh hit. Green Goblin was a fresh hit. As far as them versus R11s, they did fresh Green Goblin, they did fresh Chip, they did fresh Captain Crunch, and oh no, wait, not Captain Crunch, they didn't get him. They did fresh Beyonce. So those were the 11v11s, guys. Let me show you the other ones. So this one's gonna be by Captain Crunch getting that fresh 3-star, guys. So this is one of those attacks that's very strong, and it's one of those solid 2, possible 3 kind of attacks. So that's what he was going for here. So with this kind of attack, guys, had to use the Grand Warden ability pretty early on. Is able to break in, and check it out, just one little wall piece right in the middle. And as you can see, guys, starts the little witch slap on the one of the flanks to make sure that the funnel is created, and then sends in the rest of the bowlers, guys. And when it comes to these bowlers, the healers are actually keeping the bowlers alive, so the rage spells are going to act as heal spells for the bowlers, because the healers are going to be raged up and they heal way faster, so it keeps the bowlers alive. This is a single a multi-inferno, so it's not going to be an issue versus the heroes, which is very nice. And then after that, the king's able to break through. The healers are still healing. There's no more rage spells left at this point. But like I said, this is a multi-inferno. It's not going to be too much of an issue. And the healers do a great job of taking care of the bowlers. The golem was tanking a lot at that point, which really helped out these bowlers to be able to take care of the rest of the base, guys. And as you can see, this base is slowly going down, and Captain Crunch was able to get the 3-star with a fresh hit. So great job, Captain Crunch, getting that awesome hit. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next ones, guys. And these are actually going to be by me. I did get a 6-pack this war, so I do have 3 6-packs in a row in CCL. So that was very surprising, but I think I've gotten very comfortable with the hits that I'm doing. As far as my favorite hits is this one, Bow Witch, but I can do different kinds of hits as well. I've been practicing with Sui Lalo and different attacks, but this is definitely one of those, my favorite hits. With this attack, I'm going to be honest, guys, I was going for a solid 2-star because I wasn't sure if I was going to get a 3. I was going to start at a different angle, but then when I saw how far my kill squad went and what a nice percentage or blockage that they got, I was going to start over here like closer to 8 o'clock with my Laloon portion, but I saw that the pathing for this portion here was just real nice, and I knew that my loons were going to path very great. So that's the reason why I ended up starting from that side. And then once I saw that there was going to be a bunch of wizard towers at the very end, that's where I was getting a little worried. So I saved at least one loon, didn't do too much there. But the good thing is that the balloons split, we're able to take care of the wizard tower, and after that it was game over, guys. So that was my 3-star with the Bola loon, and that's one of my favorite attacks, guys. So definitely practice with that one all the time, but I do like to practice different attacks as well. So, and I've also been doing that attack before the meta too, so I do have a how-to on that one, but that's with the old troops, so 240 troops, and yeah, so less troops and heroes being weaker, so it was doing a great job before the update, but the update of course really helps out a lot because you get an extra 20 troops and your heroes are way stronger. So anyways, guys, right here, I took advantage. This is my other 3-star that I got. I took advantage of the bowler bounces, took care of 2 of the mortars, or 3 actually. Wait, was it 3? No, 2. And then the bowler over here was just mainly for funneling purposes. I was trying to get rid of this, what was it? Yeah, this elixir collector to make sure that the queen actually walked up because I was getting worried. This was a plan by Grand Pooba, so I definitely have to give him props for that one. This was a plan, I did not plan it all by myself. He really helped me out as far as trying to come up with a good plan to take care of this base. So he kind of let me know where to place my jump spells, what kind of army I should take, and he said that this army should probably trash this base. So I gave it a shot. I'm not too familiar with this specific army, but I have used Bow Witch before, so I was comfortable trying it out. And guys, it really just destroyed this base. I was surprised how well this attack performed when it came to this base. The only thing that I was worried about when it came to this attack, guys, was the fact that I was about to run out of time. If you go back, I think I only had a few seconds to spare, and the queen over here had to deal with so many walls. But look at how many bowlers I have, guys. That's a whole pack of bowlers. Like, it felt like none of my bowlers died, and I still had a few witches standing. So that was just crazy stuff right there. But that attack is very strong, guys, especially if you can, come up with a great funnel, making sure that the queen meets the funneling troops and your main kill squad, and you're pretty much set at that point. So let's go ahead and move on to Green Goblin's hit. This is going to be the final hit for the round, guys, and this is what's going to pretty much end this war. Like I said, it was very close. It definitely came down to the end. They couldn't 3-star one of our 10s that was unhit. They got a solid 2-star. Then after that, we just had to get, at that point, we were already tied, but we just had to get, or not tied, but we were down by 1, but we did have a base that we hadn't hit yet. It still had an extra potential 2 stars that we could have gotten. So we got a solid 2-star. We wanted to make sure we got the percentage. Then we had another hit to hit a different base to pick up some extra percentage. And that's how we won the Clash Cup semifinals. So we are in the finals, guys. I'll keep you guys posted. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't before. I'll post things sometimes, and I'll let you know about new videos that I've come out with and stuff. But for the most part, guys, we are going to make it to finals. And right now, currently at this time, King Jeffrey and One Hive are battling it out. And this is for the middle bracket to see who we're going to battle against for the finals. So good job by Yolo Viper. I definitely give them props because they did a great job when it came to our 11s. And they did an awesome job by getting an extra 10v10. It's just that they couldn't clear the 9s or else they would have had us. So it was just a great war, guys. Definitely a lot of action going on at the very beginning and especially at the very end, trying to figure out who was going to win and what was going to happen. But anyways, guys, it did end with 110 to 110, 94.75% and 93.97% for Yolo Viper. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. This is DJ Clan Smasher, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll be posting a White Temple war that we're currently in right now versus Too Old for This. And then I'll also be posting a placement match. That's going to be the last placement match before we actually start CWL for Elite Gaming for Season 4. So anyways, thanks again, guys. I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to keep calm and clash on.